Welcome back, and it's time to give you an update of where we're up to. So I've got these switch levers, they're 3D printed. I got them off eBay. I'll put a link if anyone's interested in them. They're called US style. They're 800, but I think they'll do the job for Oliver Springs. So they come in two parts, like this here. So you've got the handle part and the actual motor part, and then obviously that bit goes into there, and then depending which way you want it. So this is how they come. I'm going to spray these up now in primer before painting them, and I've also just assembled a couple of these. These are the Pico bumpers. So I have one on the one round, and I might have the other one in the cement terminal, so they'll be weathered up as well. Give them a spray with the brown that the track's going to be in, and then a bit of weathering. So I've made this board, and this board is where I've been practicing weathering. So that's what the lines are, different kinds of weathering. So it's got a brown base coat, you should be able to make out. Bring it back into focus. It's got a brown base coat, and then I've tried different things like dry brushing, a bit of powders, and then painting the rails. The silly thing is I ballasted it before I did all the weathering, so when I do it on the layout I'll do the weathering then ballast. That's why you've got some of it on here and it's not so neat. But this is my first ever attempt at weathering on the track, so hopefully it'll come out alright when we do it. This is how they look primed up, and I'm going to paint the bases black and the top of the handles yellow. I've also done the first coat of weathering on the bumps, so I'm going to get all these painted up. Got to sort this point blade out, switch blade, because I caught it with the cutters. Just needs a little bit of filing and it will sort that out. Also felt this flat, standing slightly proud, and then after that I will mask up the contacts here, and all the other turnouts, and then I've got some newspaper to put around the back so I don't spray my back scene I've just painted. Obviously take the stock off, and then we will paint the track, the first coat of weathering. So I masked up all along the back. I made a few notes for a few of like the loading bay where the cement loader goes. So now it's time to give it a brown base coat. So this is what I've used to spray the track. It's the Humber Acrylic Spray Dark Brown number 29. It's all sprayed. I made a little mistake which I'll go into in a sec. But don't think it's going to have more than one coat. It's come out really well. I did forget to tape this bit however, so I'm going to have to clean in here. But I think now the next stage will be to rust the rails. So to do the edge of the sleepers, I'm going to use this rail match. It is the light rust. So you can see the colour that will be on the edge. I'm just going to use my brush and then just run it down. If I get a bit on the chairs, it's not the end of the world, because in real life, see, the chairs do get rusty. So the track is weathered. You can see on the right hand board where it's been sprayed, and then I've done the rust. I've also touched certain areas up with sleeper grime, just where I've gone a bit rogue with the rust, as well as just areas around the point where it needs it. You can see the difference that it makes from this which I've covered, which I will paint in, but this is how it comes from Pico. This is layer 1 and then layer 2. So next stage will be putting on these point switches. So I've got just a box car here. Not 100% sure on like the start of the how far away it should be, but yeah, this is quite far enough. I think it should catch it. I made a little mark so I can use that as a measurement for everywhere else. So next I'll be cutting down these tyres to size, gluing it all in place. Then we've got these bumps to go on these two roads, and then we can look at starting to get some ballasting done. So that's it in place. I've track grimed the sleepers, the ties, placed it on, it's all glued in place. Bring my wagon, you can see quite a lot of distance there. More for so it don't get caught, don't hamper operations more than actual distance from the switch. So I think it's now time to do a bit of ballasting. So this will be my ballast mix. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. But there's like about 4 different kinds of ballast in here, different colours, all woodland scenics mixed together in this tub. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start in this area. So I've got my ballasting on this side done. I've not done this side just because we're going to have the loading ramp here, some pipes here. Same on this side, we're going to have the cement terminal, and then we'll have the hard standing. So all that's back in, I'll then go across and touch all these up as necessary. You can't really tell much of a difference from the camera, but this is actually how it's dried. This bit here is all done, just needs tidying up, and it is actually, see if the camera will pick it out, slightly different. The tone is slightly darker on this, which is on this side, which is nicer. I will rev it up, have a go weathering it up a little bit, but I'm now going to focus, and I'm going to get the trusty mix of PVA glue, water, and a bit of washing up liquid, and do this lot. I've put around the point in, and then once I've done that, I can then take this board off, get a bit more space back. I can then concentrate on doing the other board, and we can start doing the weather it we need to do, the rust on that board, and then the ballasting. Again, I will do these bits, this line, but not this line because there'll be some hard standing here, and then from there we can start doing a bit of scenery. So on ballasting for now is done. I've got this little bit to do. Then once I've got concrete in, I've got these areas to do. I have built this ramp for the cement, for the bulk loader for pallets. So just checking that it fits in the area, because I have thought after, oh, does it fit? But it does. I've got all the switches in, all the switch handles and levers in, which probably are set a bit far away, but I wanted to make sure they were far enough away so it didn't catch any of the stock. I will get a small bit of wire and just put them in here to be the mechanism. I'm now working on this building. So this will be the transrail facility. So this will be where the cars go in. This will not be open, it will just be a closed off door. That will be where all the trucks can go in. So this bit is all joined together, and this bit's not joined together yet, it's just with tape. So this is how far out it will sit. Then we'll have all general area parking here before we go, like a little bit of like spins and stuff there going off, a bit of greenery here. I'm not 100% sure. I've been thinking I might not bother with the crossing, the grade crossing, and just have the road going, like the road joining off there, then a bit of green between and trees between the two industries. Just because every time you go over, really, you should be on the horn all the time. Because I'm running sound, it's probably going to get a bit much. So that's probably going to go. So I'm going to, while this dries, work a bit more on this building, and then once all this lot's dry, I want to start and put some ground cover down. It is all stuck down with the traditional PVA glue, water and a bit of washing up liquid, and it has gone a bit darker, or a lot darker than what it looks like in the tub, so I'm quite happy with that. Might put a bit more like where the locos will be standing, like the head shunt and things like that, and probably like around this area we'll put some blobs of black in that in to make it look like weathering. I think the tracks come up really well, so yeah, we are getting there. That'll be it for this one. Just going to finish showing you the Wolfers Medusa cement terminal. I've built all the bits on top now, so that'll just need weathering and painting, and it's ready to go. And I've also started with the first layer of floor ground covering, so I've got to touch up some of these bits, and then on top of that we'll go static grass. So we're starting to look a bit like a layout now. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.